Growing up as a boy in Oklahoma, like most, I played sports and played in the neighborhood with a bunch of older boys, and that made me fairly competitive, and that's how I got my worth, is trying to keep up with older boys. That carried on through school, that competitiveness carried on and allowed me to do fairly well in school and do fairly well in sports. So all of my identity was really in sports, what I enjoyed, until I came to Christ at 15. That was an authentic experience, and my world perspective got a lot larger, but my identity really didn't change. I still had my identity in sports achievement, through college, playing golf in college, and then some professionally. My identity was in sports. Then I went into sports as a career. I was in the golf business for 25 years, and that's where I found my identity. About 7 years ago, through a turn of events, God brought me and my wife Nina back to Oklahoma, which was exciting. It was an opportunity to expand my career path, but as I expanded that career path, it changed pretty drastically, and ultimately I ended up in what I considered a dead-end job as assistant city manager. Originally I was just over parks and golf, and then was elevated to the assistant city manager position, and then I saw that as a dead end. I didn't want to be city manager, but I didn't really want to be assistant city manager for the rest of my career. So that's where I kind of came to a point where I didn't know what God had for me. I tried to go back, and doors closed, so it didn't work out that way. But it took the changing of my mind, my flesh, my normal sense of identity, my normal sense of what I felt like accomplishment or maybe even prestige in a position was. It took a change of mind and a change of heart through God's Spirit for me to understand that I am just, as Ephesians says, His workmanship created in Him for good works. One of the things that's really helpful in serving is this idea of boasting in the cross alone. The understanding truly that I can't bring anything to the table. I can't bring anything to justify my existence, to support my salvation, to support my relationship with God. Everything's already been done. I had no desire to be the city manager or to be in any political position for that matter, but things changed, and through the advice, through prayer, through talking to people, with every event that transpired, it brought me closer to the realization that being city manager in Owasso might be what God has for me now. And I've come to believe that truly that is what He has for me now. Having said all that, the way things have worked out, I know better today than I knew then that I'm right in the middle of where God wants me right now, and all I can do is continue to try to be obedient, try to walk in the Spirit, listen to the Spirit, and serve the best I can.